Yo, what up, Street Dogs there? Kim or The Thought. The cool thing about doing 4K 60 FPS video, you can just capture more data information. So for example, I see all these wonderful lights and trees and stuff like that, and one of the downsides of just typical photography is that you can't actually capture that much data. Like, you know, you got a frame and stuff like that. Whereas with video, you can just kind of capture it all. Even see interesting effects, like you see my shadow here as I move out. Kind of goes here, back and forth. And in theory, also like you could just, you know, review the 4K video and you could just extract 4,000 pixel wide images, so you essentially got that as well. Yeah, and it seems like in today's COVID world, you know, everyone's kind of stuck indoors all day, watching Netflix, watching other people live their lives and stuff like that. It seems far more fun and interesting is that if you just kind of go outdoors, you live your life, you experience life, and it doesn't even really matter how interesting your city or your town is or whatever, to just walk as much as you can and shoot and record and video and upload as much of it as you can. It seems the better. And you know, everyone's always taught us that, like, you know, quality over quantity, blah blah, but my intervention now is I feel like that's actually not the case. I almost feel like now in today's world, whoever creates more is kind of better off, because, you know, we're kind of gluttonous for more information, more visual sites, more information. So the more visual stimuli you could shoot, capture, and share, it seems better. One of my personal goals is for me to be physically fit and physiologically fit enough that, like, yeah, the more I could walk, the more I could talk, the more I could think, the more I could record, the more I could create. And I don't know, like, I think legit I am actually far happier the more time I spend outdoors. Like, I do think that in some ways being out in the streets and actually doing stuff, it's like real life is like the ultimate Grand Theft Auto, is that you know, everyone's always playing, you know, like everyone loves video games because, like, the whole open world concept. But why don't we also enjoy this, like, open world concept for ourselves, that's, you know, kind of outdoors and public spaces. And the great thing about the real world is it's ultimately the ultimate random generated map where things are constantly changing, evolving, and you're not quite sure what you're gonna kind of get yourself into. So yeah, so essentially life becomes far more interesting, it becomes far more interactive and engaging, and less boring. I think, like, even one thing Nietzsche said is life is too infinitely too long to be bored, or to allow ourselves to be bored. So it seems that ultimately, for me at least, boredom is the ultimate enemy, and anything we could do to avoid boredom, the better. So if you think that Grand Theft Auto real life is like Grand Theft Auto, go out and explore more.